Marion, we're here to talk about your latest film, Rust and Bone, and you play a lady who trains killer whales in it. It's a place called Marineland, and you have a terrible accident and lose your legs in it. I wonder if you can tell me a little bit about how you prepare, both mentally and physically, for a role like that.
When I started working on the project, I thought I would have to research and see footages of people with no legs and how they move, and I started and I thought that I didn't really need that. I thought that I should focus on who is she, because when I first read the script, she was so mysterious that at the end I couldn't tell who she was. And it was unusual, exciting, scary. I talked about it with Jacques and I said, you know, I don't know if I didn't see who she was where I should have seen it, or, and he said, no, I don't know who she is either, and we'll have to, you know, take the journey and eventually, if we're lucky enough, meet her. But she stayed a mysterious. She stayed a mystery, part of a mystery, and that was that who she is.
And it's very challenging in terms of the physicality as well of the role, I guess, because you've got to act as if you have no legs. You have to swim in the film. I know you've said in previous interviews that you're not a good swimmer, and yet, obviously, because of her job, she is a good swimmer. So what are the kind of challenges that involved in terms of learning to swim very well, but without legs?
Well, I had an amazing teacher, and I trained in Pittsburgh because I was shooting there, another movie, and it was, I mean, I had never learned how to swim properly. So it was something that I really enjoyed. And swimming without my legs was not that hard. Swimming in a very cold water in October was the hardest part.
And how did you prepare yourself mentally for that?
Oh, you don't prepare yourself. You just jump in the water, you don't think, and you do what you have to do.
Now, of course, this is very different from another film that we've seen you in already this year, The Dark Knight Rises, both in terms of scale and special effects and all sorts of things. How important is it for you to continue with homegrown movies like Rust and Bone?
I don't think like that. I just read a story and I go where I feel that my place is. And I'm lucky to work in France and in America too, and because those two countries make a cinema that inspired me as a kid and that gave me the desire and the need to be an actress. So, I mean, I hope I will work, you know, in both countries for a long time, and but I will never choose. I will never tell myself, "Oh, I really do have to do a French movie," or "I really do have to do an American movie." It's not the way it works. It really, I'm attracted to emotions and good stories and good characters. That's it.
And I guess what we might see you in next is a film called Blood Ties, which you've been directed by your husband Guillaume, Canet, but it's his first American movie, so an English language film. You've already worked with him as a director before in Little White Lies. What was it like this time?
Well, the language was different, but he's still this totally involved director and very inspiring, and he has this amazing energy. I really love working with him. He's an amazing director for actors, and the breath of life and creativity that he puts into his work is beautiful to watch.